What's good, everybody? This is Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town remix to the sticks. We chopping it up here, and Lord have mercy. What do we have here? I got a spiritual download when I saw this pop up. It appears that, Wasteland Wanda strikes again. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's really it's less than unfortunate that somebody has the mentality of a 12-year-old that's always speaking on everybody else. And then here she is again, talking about what Here for Hot Tea should not be talking about. Now, I know a lot of people already saw it, and it was very cringe worthy, to say the least, to get through all of this. But I did it. And I just wanted to talk about the spiritual warfare of this demon called Legion. And there's a deeper meaning to it, contextually in the Bible, as well as just as a whole spiritually. Hey, May, what's good? Thanks for coming through. We getting it in here on Wasteland Wander again. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the playback to this garbled hot mess, talking like she got a mouthful of hot garbage on top of drinking to boot. All of the things. It's just really, really disturbing. And the download that I got on Legion was, for those of us who are spiritually familiar with this demon, these are multiple varieties of demon who encompass and possess its host. In this case, we know who it is. Wasteland Wander. First of all, put some clothes on, darling. You're a grandmother. And, I don't care if you're shaped like a Coke bottle or a H3 Hummer. Once you become a grandmother, you need to cover yourself appropriately. It's just that. Now, Legion is the colonizers like to say the mythological, contextual demon, who encompassed a man, and Jesus did an exorcism. Legion, the demons of many, were cast into a herd of swine, and the swine were driven off the edge of a cliff in the biblical text. Now, it goes a little bit deeper with Legion, because Legion is not only one of the biggest pathological liars and magicians. Legion comes in many forms. That's the root word of it. Legion, a large group, like an army. And it signifies a very powerful force of evil. And they all work together to torment and oppress and bleed their dysfunction off onto other people who are drinking their damn water and minding their own damn business. I just want to know, why is Wanda still talking? That's the only thing I want to know. Why are you still talking? Because none of this has anything to do with you. It has everything to do with this phony, fake ass storyline where a man has completely publicly humiliated his wife in a diversion tactic to cover up the fact that he went inappropriately touching on and having extramarital affairs with a linebacker who was one of the silent influencers who remained complicit while watching. A so-called friend was watching and witnessing her husband cheating on her, and it clearly didn't start until them two linked up, Trash Box and Maurice Luther King. Once they started hanging out, the Snots and the Snot 2.0, that's when the bullshit hit the fan. Okay? And that's that army of demons that I'm speaking about. The download came about them. I just said Legion, Legion, Legion. I kept hearing Legion. I'm cleaning up. I'm doing, walking the dog. I'm doing my yoga, and I keep hearing Legion, Legion. Melody is being attacked by the demon of Legion, the spirit of Legion. And we could play like, I'm not, I'm a spiritualist, and I go based on what is delivered into my spirit directly. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a translator. I'm just the delivery person. Okay? I'm just the one that's going to translate it, just like our good creator did when he created his son in the form of a human being so we could understand what the hell he was saying. You understand? He couldn't come as a horse or a chicken or a cow because we are humans. So he put him here in human form for us to be able to communicate and receive the message, to be able to pass the good news, if that makes sense for those unbelievers. Now, I necessarily don't ascribe to Christianity. However, highly respect it because it is a form of divination and greater power, higher power. It gives us access to the omnipotent one, right? Don't matter the road you take to get there, long as it's the correct righteous path and you get there and you have a relationship. Okay. And we all know Wasteland Wanda has zero relationship with the creator or anything else, not even herself. Okay. And this is what's going down. Okay. Legion never announces itself, it comes hard and heavy and fast. Okay, from many different sides, just like an army would attack and plot and make their strategy to, strike upon their enemy. And we all know the chosen ones, we're always attacked. We don't even have to do anything. All we have to do is show up, and our presence will move Legion to rear its ugly heads, multiple heads, plural, to come out and strike. Right? And usually they get that head lopped off with the righteous sword of the almighty chosen empathic people who pick up on energy to know that this is a trick of the devil, another rabbit in the hat, another trick up the sleeve to distract and detour us from what we already know to be true, that it's a scam, sham, flam between the Scots, Snots 1 and 2.0. Okay? They scrambling. They're trying to cover up and hurry up and disassociate and disengage and deflect and throw up all these little smoke bombs, twists, turns, and, mirrors and smoke and deflections because they don't want the real deal to come on out, and it's just really too late. It's really just too late. That's right, May May. They are mad with Mel because they had to come with their own storyline. And by them having to come with their story, they knew all the lies they were telling, they were going to come out. Okay? That was a sermon right there. That was a sermon. Okay? So here we are. We have Wasteland Wander again running her yapper. She don't know how to just sit the fuck down and be quiet, and then gonna tell here for hot tea that she cussed too much, and then turn around and cuss here for hot tea. I was tickled because hot tea was in there in that chat room lighting Miss Wander up. Now we gonna listen to a little bit of this. I'm not gonna put it up on the screen because I don't want to take no chances. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna do the whole thing because it's gonna make our ears bleed. Okay. So we're gonna start off here and I'm gonna break it up. You know how I do. I'm gonna go in on what the download were. Okay, well, here we go.
Y'all know I be trying to make sure I get monetized on this shit now
Now she got to get
because I'm
monetized.
sick and tired of people just over there.
Because, see, before she said she didn't need no YouTube money, right? She didn't need any YouTube money. We was the ones who needed the YouTube money. And we were the ones calling her job, her daughter job, and all that, trying to get her daughter fired and all that, even though we know they don't have to. Come on, let's go.
Looking at this man. Now, a legend, I'm going to say a legend on this because I don't know. Girl, the one over there talking about somebody is a cancer huncher. Cancer huncher. Bitch. Bitch.
Straight out the gate. Potty mouth. Straight out the gate. Now, listen to this now. Come on.
Why somebody got to be a cancer hunter? Why you? Is your husband's an AIDS hunter? Huh? I want to know. I want to know because hell, I can't tell. I can't tell, bitch, bitch, bitch. I'm saying it since you always want to curse all the time and a motherfucker this and a motherfucker that. Let's damn this and damn that. Hey, I take cancer very serious. You should.
But where was Wanda when Kimmy was sick? Did we see or hear of Wanda being supportive for Kimmy? Weren't they still beefing when Kimmy found out that she was sick? I'm just saying.
AIDS very serious. Period, boo. Period. You should take AIDS very serious. You over there talking about what somebody else doing. You wouldn't like it if somebody called you your husband's age hunter, hunching or whatever they want to say. You don't like that. So don't come over here talking about nobody cancer. Don't do that, bitch.
While she still has yet to address and account for all the foul, vile things she said about Sugar Mama, about Mel, about Kimmy, about just about everybody she's fell out with, except the cancer hunter. Okay? These are the type of male identified women that just really make me itch. They give me hives and they make my skin crawl. I get nauseous when I'm around people like Wasteland Wanda because her frequency is so low. That's Legion. This is not just as like a notch below Lucifer. You feel me? Lucifer is the prince of the air. Legion is like his apprentice, if you will, right? And there's so many different variations of Legion. They could be a liar, they could be a, shapeshifter, all kind of different variations Legion comes into. That's why Jesus in biblical times had to cast that demon into the herd of swine, right? Because we all know that the tribe of Israel, and the lost tribes, we don't eat pork. Pig were considered filthy animals if it didn't have a cloven foot, right? We couldn't consume that type of animal as carnivorous people. Now, the vegan, that's a whole nother story. We're going to break that down a little bit later. Okay, but check this out. Right through the gate, here comes Legion. Wow, you see it? That's why you have to continually protect yourself, guard yourself with whatever mantra it is. If it's prayer, if it's affirmations, if it's, I'm an occultist, I'm a spiritual occultist and a shaman, and I do a lot of protection work, energy work in my home, outside my home, around my home. And I make sure to cleanse the gate of my temple every day. When you sweep out toward the door, you sweep the spirits out the door. It's a ritual of sorts that you must do every day to make sure those spirits during the day that come in and out on your children, that come in and out on you, if you got to go out and get the mail, that spirit that might be in the mail. You don't know who has placed their DNA or their energy into those documents that you're reading. You don't know how they have been handled. Okay, same thing with your food. right? If it's processed, you shouldn't be eating it unless you cooked it and prepared it and cleansed it and consecrated it yourself. This is the reason why a lot of people like Wasteland Wander, get busted in the mouth, right? Because they eating the wrong thing. She's sitting up here slurping down a bunch of liquor, right? She's up here dressed like she looked like a Polish sausage stuffed down into a damn sock, a bag of potatoes shoved down into some stockings, some leggings up here. Talking about what somebody shouldn't do, mixing God and all of these vile, foul insults toward another woman, which is the same woman that she couldn't stand, which probably the stress and harassment that she displayed toward Kimmy probably was part of the onset of her being weary and tired and not taking care of her health properly, which was the onset of her illness. Okay, because stress, people harassing you, a lot of drama, got not getting enough rest, not being hydrated. It's a lot of factors that come into why cancer develops in the body. A lot of it is acidic. Your body should be more alkaline, and if you intake a lot of acid like food and drink, if you ingest a lot of acidic things, your body will start to break down from the inside out and will form mold spores, and that's what cancer is. Mold inside of your body. Let's go.
Don't like that. Period. And I'm just keeping it real with you. Full time ass. I'm keeping it real with you. Don't call that girl, don't call that man that. And don't disrespect my friend Kimmy. What she going through. Don't never disrespect.
Now Kimmy, her friend. You hear this? You see this? You see how Legion try to trick you up? And the only people that really give a damn about what Wasteland Wanda has to say are people on that same frequency. Same thing, different day. Same toilet, different caca, right? She needs this attention because absolutely there's nothing else to do for her. There's nothing for her to do. We clearly see that she cannot speak, read, or comprehend beyond a second grade level. Okay. Very clear on that one. And she needs and wants that attention because she sees the things are starting to get popping for real, right? There's a standoff. A line has been drawn in the damn sand, right? So the millimeters and the mother folk over there, that ain't the millimeters, you know, we staring each other down now at center court, ready to go at it.
I'm gonna take the glass off. I don't even want to read what y'all got to say no more. Bitch, I'm letting you know. Don't you never fit your mouth to call somebody a cancer hun. I don't give a for what he did and what he said. That between him and his God, let him deal with it. But you, I'm talking to you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Say whatever you want to say about me. I'm okay. I can accept it. I can.
Now, wasn't it just like last week she was saying, don't talk about me, don't talk about my daughter, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, right? But now it's you could say whatever you want to say about me, just don't talk about my friend Captain Kimmy. This is what I mean by I start to itch, right? Because when people flip flop like this, then I start to get nervous. My anxiety starts to come up, and I'm like, this is a really familiar demon. This is Legion. It's Legion. They come hot and heavy now, and it's a bunch of them all the time. They don't never have nothing to do. They're bored, and they're very miserable. Very miserable. So this is just typical textbook wander. Okay. And the etymology of the word legion is from the old French Latin background. And it's referred to as a large military unit made up of thousands of soldiers. So when the demons identified themselves as legion, they were indicating there were many of them as if it were a powerful army, right? But what happened? What happened to legion? All that the shepherd had to do was command legion to what? Disperse. Come on now. Look, I can go to church too now because I was married to a minister now, so I preach too. Let's go.
Accept it. But you wouldn't want nobody calling you that. You wouldn't want nobody calling your little poor ass husband a age looking motherfucker with you. You wouldn't want nobody calling your husband that with you.
You see how disgusting she is? This is who she really is, right? All the other Fugaga, like all the other stuff that she's been doing, that's not Miss Wanda. When she's ratchet like this is who she really is. You see, it's really difficult for her to keep and hold her composure. We already know she's unintelligible. She has a speech impediment and probably a disability. And that's no shade, it's just the truth. It was something that did not get addressed in her formative years. That's when the spirits start to set in because there's no guidance and nurturing from the righteousness of the mother, right? The mother should always righteously pour into her daughter, especially all her children, son or daughter, but it's a different kind of energy when you're trying to program and groom your daughter properly, righteously. You can't skate the fence. You can't be evil one day and then lovely and polished the next. Little girls pay closer attention to detail with their mother and the pathology of their mother because it's a subconscious connection. It's internal and it is instinctual, right? Either you have it, you're born with it, or you don't. And unfortunately, this is the generational curse that we speak of all the time when it comes to these ratchet, deplorable women who enable abuse and abusers. You heard what she said, right? That's legion. It doesn't matter what Maurice Luther King say. It's just they got that's between him and God. But she did not hesitate to stick her nose and her information and opinion all up and through Melody's marriage. Let's go.
Would you? If you don't want nobody calling your husband that, don't you call nobody else nothing outside late night, especially when it's dealing with a disease that somebody can.
Exactly, May May. That's why Tissue don't have a mind. That's why she's a scatterbrained, dim-witted duck. You know how baby ducks, after they hatch, the first thing they see, they latch onto it visually and follow you around as if you were their mother because they don't understand and comprehend species. They don't see that this is a human and I'm a duck. They just pop out that egg and they're like, hey, what's good? I'm coming with you. That's where that term come from, a duck, a chicken, a bird, right? That's what chick means. You'll just follow. When they hatch, whatever whoever they see first, that's who they think is their mother or their leader, right? Let's go.
My help if they got it today or tomorrow. We know where we been, but we don't know where we going. Period. Now someone sent that to me because I don't even watch your show. But when I did watch, I don't think I.
Wanda, you be in the damn bushes. You be all over YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X, whatever it is now. You are everywhere trying to see who's talking about you so you can double dutch jump in and clout chase like you doing now. Okay? Cuz here for Hot Tea been talking about Kimmy and Maurice Luther King, the cancer hunter, for a good minute. She'll say it in here if she hasn't already said it. I try to filter out some of the stuff because it really just, I feel like I'm losing brain cells when I listen to her talk. And it's almost as bad as her daughter. I don't know which one's worse, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it real. These are downloads that I had, like I said earlier today. It came and struck like, wait a minute. What demon is this? Legion? This Legion. Check it out.
I heard you on there doing a whole bunch of cussing, and your husband talking all this noise with his poor narrow ass got the destiny. So, oh, I'm bringing you some.
But at least here for Hot Tea husband have her back. Unlike Maurice Luther King had Kimmy's back. Unlike how he had Kimmy's back. Okay? Maurice did not protect his wife. He did not guard her emotions. He did not guard her mental stability. He did not guard her emotional well being during the time she was fighting for her life. Okay. She was embarrassed. She was humiliated. And absolutely, I'm sure she was very disappointed. Okay. And it's sad that she Johnny come lately getting on the fucking late bus, the slow bus, where it took her damn near a whole season later to put her foot down and be like, look, you made a fool of me, fool. So anything that come their way, especially if it's aimed at Maurice Luther King, he deserve it. Like we've been saying all along, if you don't want your business out there, then get the hell off of reality TV, right? Because you showed your natural crack, okay, with trying to attack Melody because she checked you for disparaging her family and her children, all right? And your son in law didn't make it no better prior to that by lying on a police report saying that he felt like his life was in danger regarding Trash Tail, the trash box. Okay, let's go.
You should be saying, wait a minute, baby. That's something serious. We all women's been through something. We don't know what we're going through. We know what we got today, but we don't know what we got tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure there's someone in your family have died with with this disease they call cancer. I kick a boot cancer. I hate it. I even hate the name cancer. And for you to get on there and play a little game and talking all this little stupid ass shit, I don't.
Ain't nobody playing no games with y'all. We didn't come to play. Okay, we came to expose what we exposed, which was the fake fuckery. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what it is. And call the devil out by the title, call the demon out by his name. And what happens? He shall flee. Okay. So this weak, whack garbage you talking about, don't talk about Kimmy. Don't poke nobody would poke and fun at Kimmy. Kimmy made a fool of herself. She don't need no help. Okay.
Like it, period, boo. I don't like it. You is a woman. Don't be talking about nobody over there hunting on nobody, but with cancer. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be lifting him up like that. I don't like it. Now, I don't give a fuck what you say, but don't talk about the disease, baby. Please don't talk about the disease. I had a sister to leave here with a disease that called cancer. And I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel that had somebody to leave here with cancer. And if y'all feel like that's right, baby, there's a lot of stuff gonna come forward, baby. I'm telling you. It ain't gonna be nothing nice.
Is it just me? Or is Wanda just purposefully ignorant? Is it just me? She's just purposefully ignorant. It doesn't matter what was said. She's going to take it and deliberately distort what was said. In anything, it doesn't matter who says it. This is why it's important, ladies, to stay in school, okay? Leave these little distractors alone. The little boys who don't have nothing going for them, and can't do nothing for you. You know, I wish that I was like Melody's neighbor down the street, or that friend of a family that they call auntie when she met Trash Tail. Cause I would have been like, baby, listen, let me holler at you. Okay? Don't 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 marry him. Don't marry that Kappa. Get you a Q dog or a alpha. Don't marry that fucking Kappa. Okay? Let's go.
Everybody who over there agreeing with her, don't be amazing your son, your daughter, your mother, one of your children come up with cancer.
Now you see how she's cursing? She's this is what they call spell work. Spell work right here. You see how she just sent out a curse over this young lady who is much younger than Wasteland Wanda now. You see this? You see the witchery right here, right? You see what she just did? She just shot a curse at our baby girl here for hot tea.
Cancer's not nothing to talk about. It's not nothing to brag about. It's not nothing to play with. It's not. It's
This is why I say the title mother is very, very, very important. It holds a lot of power and a lot of spiritual weight. When you have children and you become a mother, people throw their weight around like this person right here, and I use that term loosely, like Wander. They disrespect and dishonor the title of mother, right? Because she always talking about her daughter this, her daughter that. Don't talk about my daughter. You're talking about my daughter like a dog. And then here we are, not even a full 2 weeks later, you going in on somebody that is close to your daughter's age. I take that back. No, she's baby girl. She's more like my youngest son's age. But she got a whole hell of a lot more going on than Wasteland Wanda do, you know. At her age, this young lady here for IT got her whole life together. And Wanda, you still haven't figured out if you want to have a boyfriend or a husband yet.
not nothing to play with at all. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Period. Y'all get on here thinking this shit is funny. Y'all get on here thinking everything y'all say is all right. It's good. No, I don't like no bullshit like that. That's a poor excuse to be a motherfucker.
It's not your place to like it or dislike it. That's why they call it YouTube, because we don't like the fuck shit you say out of your mouth neither. Excuse my French. But you don't hear us getting on here telling you what not to say and what to say. We just bust you out, right? We just tell you how it is. Look, you lied. This is how you lied. Here's the receipts. Okay? This is how Legion work. They think that they can call shots and control your right to freedom of speech and independent press. It's a First Amendment right for us to come up here and talk about what the hell we want to talk about. If you put it out into the universe, it's up for criticism. It's up to get roasted. It's up to get broken down. It's up to, have somebody fire back at you. Shots fired. Okay? But don't come with no whack, weak, fence riding garbage about your friend Kimmy when you didn't give a damn about Kimmy when she was sick or before. Okay? You was kept doing the same thing you're doing now, talking a whole lot of garbage and not saying nothing.
Woman with breast themselves can have go in time any given fucking time and go to the doctor and they say you got breast cancer. Would they call a little married husband, a cancer hunter? Hunter, whatever you want to call it. Would you like that coming to you? Bitch? Ignorant ass hoe? Sitting down talking about somebody with cancer? I don't like that bullshit. Period.
We don't
I
care.
cuss like you can, hoe.
Nobody cared.
Every word come out your mouth is a cussing word. I'm bringing it back to you. I don't play about that cancer word. You is one stupid ass, ignorant, low life. You is a low life ass bitch.
She's projecting
Low
now.
life. Low as low can fucking down.
That's how
Low.
Legion do. They
Hoe.
project.
You is a low life ass hoe. Sitting there talking about fucking cancer. You a low life ass hoe. And you can't get no fucking low. Bitch, you might as well scrub the ground. Scrub the ground. Because that's what you damn doing over there at this point. Talking about a...
You're damn. And the cancer hunter and his wife and anybody that come up and play in the faces of the people tuning in, watching this show, paying their good money to stream the show and tune in and support the show, we're going to call it out. Period. Yeah, we're going to scrub the ground with that ass.
Motherfucking body got... Talking about somebody got cancer. You don't give a fuck about your damn family, period. You can't care nothing about your fucking family. I don't give a fuck what my tail say or what my Reese said. Everybody know what he was talking about. It's a TV fucking show, bitch. That's a TV. All your damn people over there agreeing with you. I swear to God on everything I love. I guarantee you 3 or 4 of them gonna be able to damn testify with this council shit. They're gonna tell.
There's another curse. You see that? You see how she's shooting out curses and spinning up these spells of darkness and destruction and sickness? You see that? No mother should talk like this, especially with a daughter. Can you imagine what Tisha grew up listening to? Can you imagine what she went through as a little girl, being around this woman every day? Can you imagine how distraught and confused she was? This is why she's so scatterbrained now. She don't know if she coming or going. She don't want to believe that her husband is cheating, but she know that man been cheating. Come on. But this is who a populace of the elders we are left and being taught we supposed to respect these type of elders. Okay? Now Wanda just a little bit older than me. I'm 52. Okay? Wanda just a touch older than me. Okay? And me personally, I don't even if she's considered an elder, I don't even want people to look at me like that. Okay? If this is the elder, the sage wisdom that was left for our younger generations to respect, you wonder why they are so vulgar and vile toward older people a lot more than you would ever have seen in the 70s, 80s, even 90s. Because I was an 80s baby. I'm Gen X, right? And we were taught to respect our elders. We were taught to, if you do have to respond, do it in a respectful manner, keep it short and to the point, and then you go back and consult with your own parents or whatever on what happened. You don't sit and go back and forth with an adult or an elder. But this is not an elder. There ain't nothing there to respect. She is totally void of any wisdom or any worthiness of receiving anything that she has to offer anybody. Let's go.
With this council shit. Because one thing about God, he don't play about that. He don't play about it. Everybody got family members that died with this shit. And you sitting here talking about it. On a motherfucking goddamn show like it's so fucking damn good. You one of the stupid ignorant ass hoe I ever seen. I don't give a fuck how much education you got, or how much this you said you got. You was an ignorant ass bitch. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart.
That's more
I never
projection.
went so hard on nobody when last time I went hard because somebody said something stupid. But your stupid ass, you was an ignorant ass hoe. And I meant that from the bottom of my fucking heart, bitch. I wish I see I slapped the motherfucking taste out your motherfucking mouth.
Wanda, we already know what happened when you ran up on somebody a little bit younger than you. You almost got your dog walked, okay? You almost got your clock cleaned. You almost got your bell rung, okay? Don't watch your mouth. See, you're a mother should never be throwing idle threats around, especially at somebody else's daughter. You never see Miss Van acting this way. Miss Van stayed out of the melee in the parking lot, when Wanda stepped to Mel and tried to assault her from behind. Until that happened, Miss Van was in the cut. But as soon as it got physical, as soon as it got active, Miss Van was ready. Okay. She told you. She said, "No, Melody got it. She got it. She can handle herself." But as soon as them hands got a little too free, just like I would, I'd step right on in. And guess what? We're not going to just step in, we're going to step right on you. Okay? Because you're not going to run up on my daughter. You're not going to disrespect her and put your hands on her. Y'all can talk all you want. I'm going to let her get it off. But the minute you put her in danger, you better believe I'm taking off the poised crown and we going to get down.
Slap cancer right up in your motherfucking mouth, bitch. Sitting down calling folks cancer and talking about cancer and shit. I don't like that, y'all. I'm just being real. Because everybody on this panel right now that has somebody that has some type of sickness. And what if that's your mama had died with cancer? What if that was your mama or your sister or your brother or your cousin or just a good close friend of yours have passed away with cancer? And y'all sitting down there agreeing with this bitch about this shit. I can't stand a hoe like that. I can't stand a bitch. That's why I had to check my ass out on a motherfucker like that. I would have to come and look for your motherfucking ass. Talking about somebody with cancer.
Honestly, I don't know how Wanda lived this long with that type of mouth and mentality, to be honest with you. I don't understand how she did not get scraped the hell up sooner and laid up somewhere in traction somewhere because she is a provocative victim. And whenever the heat get too hot, she just like Tisha. Nothing's never her fault. See, this is you should have been teaching Tisha like Miss Van was teaching and training Melody and polishing her to be the great, outstanding, etherical empath, right? To be sensitive, to be of service, to be a lady, to take care of her mental and emotional well being first, to love herself first. See, when you put that first and you move in love, that's why you all have to reach and grasp at straws to try to make something stick to the wall whenever Melody steps out. You feel me? That's why it's important that we understand what we're looking at when we're dealing with these demons. Legion is very dangerous. Very dangerous. I don't know if you could tell, just like when they was in Vegas, right? And Trash Tail started with his crap, right? And then he just blew up out of nowhere. He couldn't contain it anymore. He came there to that trip in Vegas with a motive to try to get a rise out of Melody. And when it didn't work, it imploded. It just slingshot right back. You just I know y'all seen that ricochet. Melody was not moved. She just said what she had to say. She kept her cool for the most part. He kept poking at her. It got escalated and then he blew up, right? And then his little cheating partner had to come drag him out the house. Okay? So, once you are infested and possessed by this demon legion, all you have to do is touch another person, it'll rub off on the next person. That type of demon always needs a weak host that is easily influenced and easily led astray. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about now. You see this demon up here. You see it. He's struggling with the shame and the guilt and the embarrassment of single-handedly screwing up his entire family, right? He did that. Nobody had a hand in it but him, right? He got the same kind of mama that Tisha do, coddling this grown man, you know, low key. I believe he he scares Miss Marlene. Miss Marlene is low key afraid of her own son. So is Tisha. Tisha is low key scared of her mama. This is those corporal punishment type of mamas who always smacking and punching on their children. And it's really dangerous to do that, especially with our sons, because they grow up to be like this: cop diesel, gym rat, dumb jock, empty-headed, milk dud head fool. And I wouldn't put it past this fool if he put his hands on his own mama at some point, because she could not take the mattress off her back long enough to mother him properly. Same thing with Wander. She too busy chasing zippers, you know, and being a streetwalker to pay attention to and attend to the emotional needs of her own child, teaching her allegedly, in my opinion, how to shoplift versus teaching her how to conduct herself in different spaces, enrolling her in certain things of higher caliber to formulate different skill sets so that she can be the mega boss that Melody is. You have to take your children around very young, expose them to different environments young, and you have to explain, how do we behave in a museum? How do we behave at a banquet? How do we behave in church? How do we behave after church? Right? You have to expose your children and educate them. You are their first teacher, just like that duck that cracks open the egg, and the first living, moving, animated thing that they see, they're going to follow. So it's up to you. What are you going to put into and program into those vulnerable, unsuspecting eyes that are watching? Because everything that goes into their eyes and ears is planted in their spirit. Okay? Let's check out just a little bit more of this. My ears are bleeding and my head is hurting, but let's try to see what we can do to get through a little bit more of this.
Talking about somebody with cancer. I ain't never, baby. I tried. Let me drink me a little bit more alcohol. Let's see. This bitch right here. This bitch right here. This bitch right here. I want to fuck you and your motherfucking husband all the way up. Fucking with the word of cancer, bitch. I don't like no shit like that. Period.
Wanda needs
No,
some
all the
attention.
cussing not necessary, but y'all didn't find no cussing when she was over there cussing and doing all that cussing about Kimmy. Y'all didn't find that amusing. Y'all found that amusing, like I said. It's a problem when I do it, but it's okay when they do it. So that's a lie. That's a damn lie. It's gonna be a problem when they do it, and it will be a problem when I goddamn do it. Period. Don't come here and front me like that. Don't come here doing me. I was ready tonight, bitch. And if you want to come up, I'll bring your ass up. Y'all show me some pink flowers in the goddamn, show me some goddamn love for all cancer. Show me some pink roses, some pink flowers, some pink whatever, some pink hearts, or whatever, y'all. Because y'all know we'd had so many people have battled with breast cancer. So many. My motherfucking sister died with breast cancer. And I'm glad to see Kimmy have overcame breast cancer. I'm glad she overcame it.
This is the gaslighting phase of it here, y'all. You know, and this is also to trash box, trash tell. You know, the effects of gaslighting and narcissistic abuse, it trickles down onto your kiddos. And because they are so traumatized and having to witness their parents separate, living in two separate places now, and now their father is linked to this succubus coleslaw side dish who is taking the attention and patience away from them that they once known to be their father. Okay. And for little girls especially, I'm a product and a survivor of the shit, and my parents are still together. My mother was the narcissist, and it turned my dad into her enabler, because what happens is they break the spirit of the spouse, of their victims. Okay. And then after a while, they're just like, I'll just do whatever you want me to do as long as you leave me alone eventually so I can have some peace. You know, they're never satisfied. They're always in a state of confusion, chaos. They want to keep things in a whirlwind so you can't think. You're always in a fight or flight mode, survival mode. And after prolonged periods of time, that can lead to a state of mental fog and where you start to second guess your own intuition. All right. And you start to make poor decisions. And if you do give them another chance after you discard that narcissist or after you go no contact with that narcissist, if you take them back, their treatment of you becomes worse. That's why I'm so very proud of Melody, how she said, I'm done. I gave you 6 months. We separated. I came back, right? Over the span of 5 years, you didn't get your act together and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You couldn't cut that whole goal. Okay. Goodbye. That's it. No more chances. And just imagine how these babies feel. Tank, little Tank, can you imagine how little Tank must feel? He's starting to grow that resentment now because he's older now. He's moving on into the pre-pubescent years of his manhood where emotions are starting to get stronger. He's starting to think a little bit more critically. He's starting to pay attention to more things. He has no one to really emulate other than his father, in whence he would get where he would get his manhood. You understand? So, if Trash Box is always angry, always impatient, always fussing, arguing, and got chaos going on with that side chick over there, guess how little Tank feel as a young man watching his dad? Which is correct? Do I? But thank. Oh my goodness. That's why Melody is a queen in every sense of the word, and she's doing everything she's supposed to be doing. So for those haters out there who still talk about she's jealous, she's bitter, she overreacted or whatever, that's just more gaslighting. Okay, she said it. She said what she said and she's standing on her business. She said, that's it. I'm gonna do what Melody wanted to do, what's best for Melody and the 4-piece chicken nuggets. Okay. And I'm blown away. I'm totally speechless when I see how she's glowing, how she's happy, laughing, and she is completely unbothered. She pulled out them red bottom combat boots and she's pressing pressure on that neck. Okay, so she did already put it out there. F-O, F-A-F-O. Sorry. F-A-F-O now. Don't 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 get it twisted. So Legion, we got to be careful. We got to guard our cipher, y'all. We got to guard our cipher because this is a very dangerous demonic possession. And as we well know, this leads to even deeper entities of the underworld. Because we have Leviathan mixed in there as well. Because we all know Miss Wanda wish Tisha was male so that she could sit back and get a free ride through life. She saw how they took care of Marlene. Marlene didn't have to work. Okay, Marlene didn't have to pay no bills. All based on Melody's hustle. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to close it out here for today. I might come back a little later and do a little something else because I got a couple of things I wanted to throw out there in the spiritual sense of it. And Miss May, thank you so much for joining me and riding out to the end of this live with me. I just had to get this up off my chest. You feel me? I had to say something because I'm like, why is she still talking? What does she have to do with this now? Here we go again. It's just a rinse repeat of the same thing from before when Mel first freshly was divorced. Sticking, inserting yourself. That's legion, y'all. Leviathan is the demon of jealousy. We're gonna get that to that later. Leviathan and his wife, goddess Inanna, the princess goddess of the underworld. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. But one love, take care of yourself, stay prayed up. Okay, cleanse yourself spiritually. Make sure whatever it is you do, if it's a white candle, if it's sage, if it's white rice, if it's salt, sulfur, black charcoal, whatever it is, cinnamon, if it's bay leaves, if it's, see, because I come from the old school. Okay, my mother, my mother's mother was a channeler. You know what they call a witch, a shaman, a medicine woman. She healed you with the herbs and things that were in the house. She didn't believe in doctors. She didn't like the colonizer doctor, Western medicine. She put that goose grease on you, child. That'll clean it right on up. Anything, any mucus, any head cold, chest cold, flu, whooping cough, anything like that, upper respiratory, you go to Elma Fisher, okay, and she'll make it jump right back out, okay, and with a prayer to put a period on the end of that. All right, so I come a long line of healers like that. And I can't tell you enough how important it is to have a connection spiritually to the omnipotent creator. You have got to have a spiritual relationship. I don't care what it is, how, if you, what route you go. If you do not have a connection to the highest power that we know to be God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you want to label, okay, you have to stay connected because we see how them things ricocheting up off a melody, okay? All right? That she ain't playing. Okay, like she said at the beginning of her sign, I ain't come play with you hoes. Okay? This is a warrior queen, an ethereal indigo child, the chosen. And there's a lot of us out here, okay? So, like I said, I'm finished blowing the dust off this damn YouTube channel, and we gonna get it in because I was built for this. One love, Chi Town holding it down, remix to the Kakalaka Sticks. I'll be back at you later. Take care of yourself. One love. Thank you, May May. See you later, baby.